Welcome to the K&B Music Den. My name is Brad. Keith's missing. So this is a solo video, my first one. Keith's been on me and making sure I'm doing it, so I don't have quite the environment that Keith has, but we're gonna make it work. So I decided for my first video, what I'm gonna do is just highlight an artist that I was not familiar with and now obsessed with. So I think as all music addicts basically are, we hit a dull patch where there's no music that we're excited about. We kind of hit a dry patch, and then we find an artist that kind of reopens up some doors for us. This is him. So basically, I went into a record store, and I don't know about you guys, but I can't walk out without anything because I feel like I'm stealing if I did. They look at you weird. So I was walking out, and I had to buy something, and I found an album called Leon Russell, Willow the Wisp. Cheap. They had like $2. Figured, hey, let's grab that. Can't hurt. Absolutely fantastic. Fell in love with it. Fell in love with Russell's work. And now I'm sitting around with about 16 records so far. Still have more to go, but I'm collecting as I'm going here. Even to the point where I reached out to the church studio where Leon did his work and picked up one of those statues that they made, which is absolutely fantastic. It's so cool. I'm a car salesman, so this goes right on my desk. It's a good piece to discuss with people, see what they think of Leon and his work if they know him. So what I decided I was going to do here is surround myself with some of his records and discuss with you my 5 favorite Leon Russell albums. That way, if you don't know Leon and you decide, hey, maybe I should check him out, this will give you a good starting point. So number 5 for me is the introduction that I had to him, Willow the Wisp. Fantastic little album, full of great tracks. Bluebird, probably my favorite off this album. Again, my introduction to it, this is what set me on my trail to kind of discover everything Russell did. Number 4, and I don't know if this is a shocker or where regular Leon Russell fans have this, but I have Americana. I find this album a really enjoyable listen. Every time I put it on, this is one of the ones that I keep going back to. So not necessarily the standout tracks that some of these other ones have, but I think just cohesive and beautiful, the whole work. Number 3 is one that everybody knows, the Selftitled. This is the one that has a song for you on it. It has a lot of other just great songs. This kind of introduced a lot of people to his work, and it's fantastic through and through. So if you don't have this, this is a great jumping point as well. Number 2, and initially was my number 1 until I went back and kept listening, but the Shelter People album. Leon Russell and the Shelter People. Stranger in a Strange Land, maybe my second favorite Leon Russell song, and it was just absolutely fantastic. It leads this album off amazingly. The production sounds great for when it was made. Went out and made sure I got myself an original copy, an original pressing of it, and one of my prized possessions now. But number 1, I don't think anybody's surprised, Carney. This one contains so many great tracks. Tightropes, probably the most known. It's got my favorite Leon song, Manhattan Island Serenade, which I think is absolutely fantastic. And I've got to see Joseph Arthur, if you look him up, has done a cover of that, and it sounds absolutely amazing. But yeah, this album, and there's now what we call Carney Fest, which I learned about. Shout out to all you lifers and the Leon groups. I got to learn quite a bit about him, and they have Carney Fest, it sounds like, in every April at the church studio in Tulsa, Oklahoma, where they celebrate his music, and that's now something that I need to get to, and it's now a goal of mine here. But this album, absolutely fantastic. I would recommend buying this the first one you go with, just because there's not a skippable track on this, and it's a great introduction piece as well. So just wanted to go through that with everybody here, just to let you know. I mean, this is, again, broke me out of my 2022 slump and got me excited for certain music again. How I didn't know about this guy blows my mind. I mean, with the amount of work he's done. Bill Janovitz is coming out with a book very shortly about this as well, and I can't wait to dive into it just to see the amount of rock and roll he's been involved in, the amount of songs he's done. The guy's epic. So thank you guys for listening. I appreciate you guys checking in. Let me know what your thoughts are. Like, share, subscribe. Tell me what your favorite Leon songs are, what your favorite albums are. If I'm missing something in particular, if there's something I should be checking out. Again, I'm still new. I'm only 12 months into this journey, so let me know. Thank you guys, and you have a great weekend.